I have officially been on YouTube for 1 year, and let's talk about it. So, hi, my name is Emily Avon Green. I'm a therapist in private practice and a slow living enthusiast, and yeah, I've been on YouTube for 1 year. So, I am outside today because I'm filming a video. I felt like being outside. It's a pretty, well, it's cold, but it's like a lovely day. And it was reminiscent of my first YouTube videos that I posted on here. And I was like, man, I started this YouTube channel in May 2024. Now it's May 2025. And I was like, oh, I should like talk about that. And I'm like, oh, when did I post my first video? I posted my first video on May 21st, 2024. I don't know if I can, whatever. May 21st, 2024. And today is May 21st, 2025. I hadn't realized that it was a year today. I knew it was in May, but I hadn't realized it was a year today. So let's talk a bit about my journey. It was funny because my first video ever was called, I don't even know if it's going to be in frame, but the journey starts here. And I had been thinking about posting a YouTube video for a while before I posted that. And on YouTube, I watched a lot of these, my first year in YouTube and how it went and what it was like. And all the people just kept saying, like, just hit record, do it, post it, don't give a schnitzel, just do it. And so that's what I did. I was actually like, I'll put like a little screen grab in the video somewhere here. I was just at home sitting in the living room and I was like, hey, yeah, so blah, 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 it's me. And I think it took me like a couple minutes to even introduce myself. But I was like, I'm just going to start making videos. And that was around the time. So I had quit my job to go full-time private practice in, well, February. I gave my 1 month or 2 month, anyway, resignation. And then, yeah, obviously in May, yeah, April 1st, I think I started my private practice full-time. And then May 21st, I posted my first YouTube video. And I did not know what I was going to do. I just knew that I always wanted to talk about stuff. Like I've always been, I say this a lot in my videos, I've always been a shit disturber, always, I don't know, complaining about something, or I just was like disillusioned with the medical system, societal system, patriarchy, capitalism, and I just wanted to like talk about the things that were going through my mind, and I really wanted to connect with people with regards to what I was really passionate about, because I found that when I had left my job and near the end, when I was telling people about like slow living, which was the lifestyle I had just recently started that I was on, I was really motivated to talk about it. I was like, oh my God, blah, 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 this is so amazing. And they were like, oh my God, this is so amazing. I'm like, I know. So I was like, oh, I should start just posting videos. Also, because I always had this like creative itch to just make things. When I was in high school, I would make like videos, like collage videos with music. And so this was like a different version of that. And so I started by making really short videos, and my first little videos were all me outside. I don't know. Again, I think I should probably put like a screen grab of that. They're all me outside. Like the first video I put that was not just my journey starts here was why you need a life beyond work. And then advice I wish I listened to in my 20s. My thumbnail game, really bad. I mean, my thumbnail game right now, not the best, but back then, really bad. I kept it though. It's whatever. Those videos that were like maybe 4 minutes long, now my videos are maybe too long, maybe a bit too long. But I was like super embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed. I was like super shy. I was sitting here with my phone and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And I was like, ah. So that's why the videos were short, because I just was like trying to figure out what to talk about. And some of these videos were even me being like, I'm supposed to post and I don't know what the fuck to talk. I don't know what to talk about. Yeah, but a lot of people say that, you know, for YouTube, it's not about like being perfect, which is good because I'm not perfect, nor do I really plan to be, but it was about consistency. So trying to be consistent. So I always tried to at least maintain a schedule of, sometimes it was every week, every 2 weeks. It really ebbs and flows with what's going on in my life. So the last little bit has been a bit more chaotic. So I went to every 2 weeks. Sometimes I think this summer it's going to be every week. But it was always consistent. So I always knew I was going to be creating something. So it pushed me to put things out, even though I didn't think it was maybe the best. And what that led me to do is, be a bit more brave, post more, be a bit more open, be a bit more comfortable in front of the camera. And I think it's given me, I think there's a couple of things that it's given me. So one is I can't believe that I've been doing this like consistently for a year. I never thought, I was afraid that I was going to post once and then post and ghost and never post again. So the fact that I am still here a year later making content is like, oh my God, cool you. So like, I'm really proud of myself for like pushing back the lack of motivation and just posting, because yeah, I don't get tons and tons of views. Some videos surprisingly do well. Some videos get like 10 views. But what I found to be really, really helpful for me too, or like really meaningful to me, is that regardless of the amount of views that they do get, I do get quite a bit of feedback that it's meaningful to some people, right? So some of the content that I'm posting can be really aligned with certain people. It might be what they really wanted to hear. I've also had people like where the fact that I'm posting consistently has led them to do other things in their lives that they might have been too scared to do. So the fact that like my consistency on YouTube inspired others to do things that they were scared to do, chef's kiss. But also the fact that sometimes the things that I'm posting about, so slow living, for instance, or motherhood, really resonated with people. Like I've gone to events where, like I go to Chamber of Commerce events and stuff like that, and I've had people come up to me and be like, "Hey, I've seen like I have like my short videos that I put on here and then on Instagram. Like I had like what you posted, like I just needed to hear that, and like oh, I feel like you really hear me, or oh, I feel understood, or I feel like change is possible." Like the big one when people are like when they say that they feel heard and understood, awesome. I love it. When they tell me that they feel that change is possible and that their situation can get better, tears. I even keep like a little, on my Notion app, I keep a little thing like with like audience love, which is just people who have messaged me and been like, if things resonated with them, because it can be hard when like I don't get a ton of comments. And sometimes you can feel like you're screaming into the ether, like no one's listening to you. And so like, why do I create when it's almost for naught? Like I'm not going to get brand sponsorships. I'm not a famous YouTuber. I don't know. You could feel like, what is it for? Why am I doing this for? So having those comments and that love and that appreciation like really motivates me to just do it again. So when a video flops, because ultimately most of your videos will flop, right? It's the Pareto principle of like the 20%, only 20% of your work will be like actually meaningful and the rest of it's like whatever. Yeah. So yeah, most of it flops. Some of it does well, but my most important thing is if people see it and they feel a connection and they feel, I don't know, heard, understood, and that change is possible. Because change is possible. You just got to create the situations for change. Okay, I'm sorry. That was like, I give you a motivational speaker if you want. I was about to go off on a tangent. Don't go off on a tangent, Emily. Don't go off on a tangent. But yeah, I even invested in some fancy schmancy gear. Like when I first started, I didn't have this. I had an Amazon little mic that really sucked. Now I've got a camera. Hello. I've got this beautiful DJI mic, not sponsored, obviously. Mostly because it's just too much to do on my phone. My system on here is not good enough for taking videos, and I like the fact that I can have everything separate. And I've learned so much about myself during this journey, about who I am too, because when you make videos, or the types of videos that I make, I want to connect with what you need, but also like, who am I? What do I believe? What do I want to share with the world? And so I really pour in my heart and my ideologies, my thoughts, my fears. Those often appear on here as well. And my hope for the future. And I've discovered so much more about myself because as I've posted about slow living, I'm like, wow, I love slow living. So slow living for me is really building a life that is aligned with my values and meaningful to me. That is my version of slow living. I mean, I don't live I live in the country-ish, not really suburban area. I don't make my own sourdough bread. I'm very sorry if that's what you thought that slow living was. It could be for you, not for me. But for me, it's having my work, which is being a therapist in private practice, be supportive of the life that I want to live. So I don't work 24/7. I have space to create. I have space for my daughter. My daughter is 2.5. She's amazing. And through my content and through my connection with other people, as I've grown as a therapist, but also as a mentor, I'm like, oh man, I love working with moms. Like, I love working with moms. I love speaking to moms, and I love like talking about the difficulties and really shaking up our view of motherhood. And so now a lot of my videos are also about that. And I've specialized in that now with my therapy practice, which I don't think I ever would have gotten to that point if I hadn't started creating, because creating led to connection, and connection led to understanding, and understanding led to specialization. And now it's a year later. So now where am I at a year later? Well, a year ago, I had just, like I said, started my own private practice. Well, I had started my private practice in December. I only had like 1 or 2 clients, but I left my job to do this full time. Now I have my own private practice, and I've got a steady flow of clients coming in. I've niched down, I specialize, and that's going really well. I go to a lot of events, Chamber of Commerce's, business sister events. I am always connecting with people. I'm seeing a lot more of my friends. I'm posting regularly on here. I got to be in a magazine, digital magazine. Go up here. Yeah, because of my content, I got contacted to be in a magazine. I'll share the link in the description, so if you want to check out what I wrote in there. Yeah, I went in the magazine. Like I said, I have people coming up to me talking about my work and how it's impacting them. I'm starting to do presentations for different organizations, and I'm writing a book about motherhood and slow living. And that is all with 425 subscribers at the creation of this video. I am not a 100K subscriber account, nor is it my goal. Would it be really cool? Yeah, that would be really cool. It would be, I won't lie, it's pretty cool. I would love to have 1K. 1K would be awesome. 100K would be like, what the heck? But yeah, with 425 subscribers, I've been getting opportunities. And also been gaining confidence. Like, I think that's the big thing. I've been someone growing up who didn't have a lot of confidence in herself. I'm English, but my first language is French, and I've always been a bit more insecure about my French, and that just kind of bled into a lot of my interactions. But now I'm like, I have a lot more confidence. You like me, you don't like me, you don't like me. And I don't know, I'm just human. I think we're all just human. And I've been making YouTube friends. Hi, YouTube friends. Hi, Millennial Meg. And so that's really cool too, having people who are on the journey with you. I don't know. I started this YouTube video, this one specifically, with no goal in mind of the conversation, which is not usually how I make my videos. Although sometimes I just do ramble. I'm not even sure if I was going to plan on posting in this video. Maybe I will. Yeah, I will. Because I liked watching these videos when I was starting out. So this is for somebody. Okay, I'm not going to look at myself in the viewfinder. That's the hard part. It's like I have to make sure I'm in frame, but you're right here. Anyway. Hi to you. You are somebody who wants to maybe create videos, or you're already in the process of creating videos, and either you're lacking the gung-ho to go do it, you are scared to create, you're scared people will think about you, you're scared of, I don't know, not getting anybody who watches. So, or maybe you have no motivation. I had a hard time with motivation to film, and I still do sometimes. So here's the thing. Get down to like, why are you making these videos? Is it just because you want to do it? Is it because you I think at a deep level, like I think it's good that you want to do it maybe for your business because it's a really great platform for business. You know, I do talk about my therapy practice on here and my mentorship because it is like a marketing tool. Obviously, YouTube is a marketing tool. It's got good SEO and all that. But I feel like to really be able to do YouTube on a long term basis, like they tell you, you should be on YouTube for at least 3 years before getting anything significant of like a following or I don't know. You need to want to do it for a reason. So, why do you want to do it? Do you want to share your views? Do you want to have people feel seen and heard? Do you want to feel seen and heard? Because that's okay. If you just, sometimes we just want to scream out into the canyon and see who screams back. Like, find your people, because that's also something you can do. You can find your people, learn about yourself, build confidence. I have another YouTube friend that he was posting almost every day just to build up confidence in front of the camera. And so what do you want from it? If you want to do this consistently, let go of perfectionism. Oh, and Emily Ducharme, that's my friend. I'll put her comment. I keep talking to her. She used to YouTube back in the past. Now she's doing it again. Emily, her name is the same as mine. Post your freaking video. I told you to post it by Wednesday. She needs motivation. She's afraid of posting because she wants to be perfect. Go and show her videos some love. She's all about frugal living and, you know, she's really cool. But we get scared to post, but don't be scared to post. Post the bad video, post the good video. I don't know, post a 3-second video. Just do something. Just create. Don't give a shit. You want to post videos where you're just sitting and talking? Do that. You want to post videos where it's like super pretty, where you're like washing the dishes and you have your voiceover? Ooh, okay. You want to make a vlog? So make a vlog. I think it's like a really great exercise in letting go of control. Oh, there's my therapist side coming out. Let go of the control because you don't have any control over the impact your video will make, really. You don't have any control over the subscribers you're going to get. You don't have control on the results. You only have control over the process. So enjoy the process as much as possible and see how the process is serving you. Now, remember, what you're doing right now is you're planting seeds, which you will reap in the future. So past me, 2024, May 21st, 2024, Emily would not realize what all that's happened in 1 year, right? It took a year for me to get to just this point. This point's amazing, but I know there's more to come. Like when my book comes out, it's going to be coming out in fall. Look out for it. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. I should probably stop rambling now and actually go because my husband just left to get my daughter from daycare and I gotta go make supper. And I'm wearing pajama bottoms. You can wear pajama bottoms in YouTube videos if you only film from this. Okay. Just do you guys, do you and keep living your authentic life.